Having a proper understanding before attempting a digital marketing campaign is very, very important. You need to have an idea of what exactly you're doing and at least be able to predict the results your actions is going to provide even before attempting the Google or Facebook ads. Hello and welcome to the third video of my A to Z of digital marketing. This is lesson 2, and on our last video we talked about reasons why most persons are unable to sell online. And if you're yet to watch the last upload, I'll kindly ask that you do so you can understand the progress so far and how we've been able to get to this point. On this video, we are going to talk about 5 principles that can actually help you succeed in digital marketing. It is very important to plan a digital marketing campaign before you set up that Google or Facebook ad or whatever kind of promotion you're trying to do. Having a strategy drafted out already gives you an idea on what to expect, and it gives you an insight on how you can actually adjust, and if for any reason it's not going well, you can quickly just make some adjustment in the campaign. So it is very, very important you have a strategy. Now, for most persons, you want to promote a product, and the first thing you do is, after uploading it on your Instagram profile or Facebook, the next thing that pops up your mind is to go and boost the post. Now, it's okay to boost a post. I would say it's okay because, first of all, Instagram might have your audience, but the big question is, how do you target this audience for you to be able to get to them directly and not just put your product in the air expecting everybody to come to your product? Now, first of all, you need to understand that there's a funnel these people would pass through before they successfully become buying customers, and you having the foundation planned out. By that I mean targeting the right audience helps these people come in and successfully convert as buying customers. But that moment where you post this stuff and you spread it online and people get to see it, but the question is, these people that got to see it, how many of them were able to convert? How many of them were able to buy this product successfully? Because it's more of like you putting a product out there for people to buy, and when they get to your landing page, of course you answer all the doubt question they have, you clear them and make them understand why it is a right product. But if you target the wrong persons, they might end up coming into your landing page, and after all the explanation you do, they might not buy because in the first place, you did not target the right person. So you must understand very well that even if your landing page speaks magic, when I mean speak magic, you have all the power to convert somebody that comes to your landing page. You have all the testimonials, your product has a good price, your product has a good value. If the targeting is not right, if you bring in the wrong people into the landing page, it's not going to convert because, first of all, you're telling the wrong set of persons the right thing. And even if they go through everything and all that, they will just answer one simple question: the product is not for me. So imagine me advertising cosmetic products and my targeted audience are men from age of 18 to 25. I might end up getting these people to the landing page. I might speak all the magic, and at the end of the day, I don't get them to buy because, I'm targeting the wrong set of persons. Now, you might say, okay, these persons might buy for 1 or 2 of their siblings, maybe their girlfriends or so, but the chances is very low because in the first place, I targeted the wrong audience. Now, a lot of persons want to ask me, they want to be like, I am not running campaign for sales. I'm not trying to get leads. I'm not trying to get people. I just want awareness. I just want to put out the brand out there for people to know. Now, the same principle still happens because traditionally in marketing, like we've discussed in previous lessons, for you to put your product in people's mind and lock it there, you need to first of all try as much as possible to get this product to them at least 7 times. Now, how do you get a product to one particular person 7 times? The way you can successfully do it is still by going through this conversion funnel. If I was to create awareness on a brand, what I would normally do, instead of just putting it out there for these persons to just see and go, I would run the campaign such that I can actually sieve these people in as prospects. And I can now do remarketing to that same persons, either by email, either by text, either any way and all that. So these people keep on seeing these stuffs and they get to understand that, okay, I think I need this product now. So don't just say, okay, I don't need leads, so I don't need to go through any kind of funnel. I don't need to get these people into any page and all that. You still need to, because there's something called Facebook Pixel. Maybe that's something we'll talk, of course, as we progress in the course. Facebook Pixel is simply that way where you copy a code from your website, you embed it to your Facebook. So whenever you run an ad on Facebook, you can always target that same persons that entered your website certain time ago so they can get to see it again. So imagine where somebody visits your website and maybe did not take any action, and then over and over again, this person goes to your Facebook or Instagram and they keep seeing this same particular brand that they saw the past time. So what this does for them is it gives them that impression, that perfect impression and all that. And that's like the perfect way you can create awareness. So it's important you know that just having your product to somebody's face once does not guarantee that they will buy. You might just put them in that space where they feel they need the product, but they might not necessarily take actions the first time. What makes them take actions is when they start seeing the product over and over again, and at a particular point, they just have to make a decision. The second principle would be having a long-term strategy with key performance. Now, when we talk about thinking long-term, what I mean is it's not just about running a campaign once, but having a consistent flow of campaign, having a campaign system that is consistent. Now, digital marketing has to do with consistency and reaping more benefits in the future. That's in the long term. So it's not just about you setting up a campaign once and you chew. And then whenever you want to make another sale, you come make another campaign. It's about setting a system where campaigns run. What this does for you is that it accumulates the benefits, and in the future, you don't need to stress too much to get sales. It automatically starts happening because you've already done a lot of work in the past, and so you tend to now start achieving a lot of results without putting so much effort in your marketing. One of the key features of digital marketing is SEO, and it takes some time to actually get your platform or your brand to be visible on Google. So this can be done through SEO. So if you keep a consistent campaign workflow, on a long term, you would rank up on Google. And then you would not need to put too much effort in advertising for you to get sales. So for instance, I sell hair in Dubai, and I've done a lot of promotions in the past. Now, I have ranked up on Google. I don't need to do too much promotions again for me to make sales. So whosoever comes to Dubai for the first time and just go to Google and they search best hair vendor in Dubai, I might likely pop up. My brand might likely pop up. So they will click. That's already giving me sales. So I didn't have to advertise on that, but because I have piled up a lot of campaign in the past, I have done a lot of SEO work in the past, Google already recognizes the brand, and whosoever just carry out a normal search, they get to see me on Google. The third principle is that you need to help before you sell. Now, this is a very key part of digital marketing because a lot of times, one of the mistakes a lot of persons make in this space is that you just put your product out there and you start hinting people to come and buy, patronize me, buy. That doesn't really work. It is very important you understand that for you to get somebody to buy, you literally have to motivate them to take that action. So always telling people to come and buy does not create that motivation. It literally doesn't create that motivation. Try as much as possible to educate people on your product. Educate them on the new features of your product, project the values of your product, make them understand and give them insight on why your product is a solution. That way, they will feel they need it and they'll be motivated to take the action. So let's bring back the example we gave in lesson 1, using Brian who sells hair in Dubai Mall. I will try as much as possible to use that example to explain this. So this is Brian who sells hair in Dubai Mall. So Brian happens to have a hair brand. And on the digital space, instead of Brian going to post content of buy your hair, buy from me, I sell the best hair, stuff like that. Instead, what Brian does is he starts posting stuff like how to get the best hair, how to maintain your hair to make it last longer, how to revamp your hair, how to get the best hair that fits any outfit. In this way, Brian has successfully educated the public, his audience, on hairs and stuffs about hairs. And whoever wants to buy hair would definitely come to Brian because he has already given this impression that he knows a lot about hair and he sells good hair. And if I can be able to watch this several marketing content to understand that yes, Brian understands hair so much, I would likely come to Brian without even him telling me, come and buy from me, come and buy it from me. I'll successfully make purchase from Brian because he has already motivated me, giving me the education I need, giving me all the insight about hairs and all that. And so I'll feel like, okay, there's nothing more than me buying from somebody that understands this thing very well. Apple practice the same principle. Whenever they make a new product, they carry out what is called a product launch. So let's say they just successfully brought out iPhone 19 Pro Max. What they carry out is called a product launch, where they get to explain and put out and educate the general public on the new features that iPhone 19 Pro Max has and how people can actually get to access a different advantage, and in several occasions what they need to do, how they need to put it to action in order to get the desired result. What they successfully done is they successfully educated the public on the features of iPhone 19 Pro Max. So people literally would now look at their own status. So these people on their own end also look at the part of how the current 15, that's iPhone 15 or 16 they are using, doesn't have that feature. So they need this new feature that they have been educated on. Automatically they go and buy. So it's very important that you put these things in place and make people understand that, okay, this is the value I provide, this is the features of this product, this is how you can use this thing, this is what to avoid when you're trying to get into this thing. Generally educating these people, make them understand that, okay, you understand your product very well and they would want to buy. So it's very important you help educate instead of just hinting people to come and buy. Educational content works. Now, the fourth principle is driving relevant traffic and increasing conversion. Yes, it's good to get traffic, a lot of traffic and all that, but your major goal should be increasing conversion, because two different persons can have the same traffic, but the one with increased conversion makes more sale. So I'll use a simple example to explain this. So here we have Brian. I've used Brian so many times on this course, and I might just end up using Brian till the entire course ends. So we have Brian here, who sells hair, of course. And also we have Michelle in the same mall who also sells hair. So Brian and Michelle got the same traffic, exactly the same traffic of 10,000 persons each. Brian was able to convert 10% of such traffic, which is 1,000, while Michelle was able to convert 5% of such traffic, which is 500. Now, if one hair costs $10, that means Brian has successfully converted and made over $10,000, while Michelle, on her own part, being able to convert 5%, she has made $5,000. So this is just to explain to you guys why it is very important, in as much as possible you're trying to push traffic and all that, have in mind that increasing conversion is very important. Making them convert, allowing them come to your landing page and all that, and giving them the different information that will help them convert well is very important, because that's what is in return going to increase the sales. Now, the last one is always provide a winning offer backed up with selling points. Now, you should first of all understand that money equals to value is not what people buy a lot of times. People always jump to money equals to greater value. So what that means is that people are quick to pay for something that they are getting more value compared to the money they are paying. So that's why you see some persons who put a product out here and they will say 50% off. So it automatically makes people understand that, I'm getting this much value and I'm paying 50% off the price. So it motivates people to want to get into buying the product. So as a digital marketer, it is very important you understand that you need to project the value of your product way higher than how much you want them to pay. So they can have that impression that, I am getting much value for a low price. They will literally want to jump in. So let's go back to Brian and his hair business. So first of all, this is Emmy. Emmy has a date with this very handsome guy that she has just met for the first time and all that. Her date is coming up in 2 weeks or so. And so Emmy has all the stuffs to put on to go for this date. By that I mean she has the shoes, she has the dress, very beautiful dress by the way. She has the necklace, she has the bag, she has everything but hair. She needs to get a very nice hair that will match her outfit. So what happened is Emmy goes to Brian hair store. So there Emmy found a hair that she really loved. And so Brian told Emmy the hair cost $8,000. And this is Emmy on the other hand trying to understand, in shock. Why would the hair cost $8,000 when the other hairs I have in my house literally cost, some of them $200, some of them $250, some are even as low as $100. And this is me wanting to buy one hair for $1,000. So this is where Brian now explains the value of the hair Emmy wants to buy. Now, Brian explains the material of which this hair is made up of. Brian explained the texture and how good this hair is. Brian explained the different dressings this hair can seamlessly match. And Brian ends up bringing out a picture of Rihanna putting on this hair. And Emmy has come to understand the value of this hair and really how good this hair is. So now Emmy is not so much focused on the price of this hair and how expensive this hair is and how she doesn't want the hair and all that. Instead, she's looking at, wow, this hair has a great value for the price it's going for. And so she might likely purchase the hair. So this is literally Brian projecting value of the hair to Emmy, and Emmy understanding on her own part why $8,000 is not so much to go for the hair. So having these 5 principles in mind whenever you're trying to sell a product really helps you trigger your chances of success in sales. It's very important you have them and try as much as possible to implement them in order for you to be able to make successful sales. So thank you so much for staying up to this time. If you're yet to download the full course outline, I have the link in the video description below. Kindly click and download so you can understand the journey we're embarking on. In the next video, we will be talking about understanding the value roadmap of digital marketing. I hope this was helpful. See you in the next video.